Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, thank you. Guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back and brought two friends. Yeah, dual wielding the tea right now because my girlfriend didn't have time for tea this morning, so we can't let it go to waste. It's a very cold and dark day out there, which is why it's so dark in here. Yes. Anyway, good morning, everybody. I hope you are all well. Ah, yes, we had a great time, actually. I was there for quite some time in the middle of my workday, and yeah, it was good. Better than working, for sure. We went to... I'm going to tell you, actually. It's a restaurant called Dishoom in London. It is a fantastic restaurant. It is one of the best restaurants I've ever been to. I love it so much. They make this great... it's an Indian restaurant. I know you guys don't really have those too much elsewhere, apart from those of you who may be from India. I assume nobody, and those of you from the UK, pretty much. Those are the main places of Indian Indian cuisine. But it was... I don't know if you know what dal is. Dal is... this is... well, it means split peas, or it means lentils in Indian. So it's a preparation of lentils, like a lentil curry, you might say. It's not really a curry, but it is amazing. They have this black dal made with black lentils, and it allegedly it cooks for 24 hours, and it is just out of this world. I spent yesterday evening trying to figure out the recipe by googling, but no luck, unfortunately. I know that it involves a lot of cream and milk, and butter. So those are probably why it tastes so great, to be honest. Which is kind of cheating. I don't think dal should really have cream and butter and milk in it. Alrighty, see you on Monday, Cookie. A live-action movie for The Lion King. Oh gosh, that sounds terrible. Why would they do that? Nah, it's got to be an April Fool's joke. No way, no way. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. No, no, no. My cousin is from... he is from, let me think, Maryland. So I went to visit his family and him. It was his wedding, in fact. So when I've been to the States once, and it was, yeah, to Maryland, Pennsylvania, DC. Yes. So I'm imagining kind of a real rough and tough beach down here, like a real, I don't know if you guys have ever, you know, Path of Exile. I don't know if anybody knows that. I kind of want to channel Path of Exile into this area. I'm getting it from here. This kind of real, like, look at this. This looks nasty. It's like real sheer cliff and then kind of rocky area. Oh gosh, that's going to be terrible. Oh, did anybody see the new the trailer for Mortal Engines? Mortal Engines. I'm really stoked. When I was a kid, I loved that book, and it looks like the movie's not going to suck. It might suck. I could completely be wrong, but I loved those books as a kid. I was a huge fan of the series. It's set in... Alright, so I'm just rambling at the moment. Let me just see if I can figure out what I'm going to do here. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave this now and use this as kind of inspiration, and we're going to build the next kind of the rest of the area here. I want to have more cliffs kind of like this, so we're going to use this similar technique, I think. Yeah, it's made by the same people who made Lord of the Rings, but the people who made Lord of the Rings also made The Hobbit, so... yeah. You know? That's not necessarily the greatest sign. Alright, so let's bring this whole area up. In fact, let's do it real quick. Oh gosh, I love doing this. Let's just let there be ground. Right? So let's go for a First off, actually, let's put the cliff in. No, we're not going to do that. Let's do cell convex, so it'll allow us to select a weird shape. And what I'm going to do is select all the way along here first. So we'll take this area here. And... ba-boom, ba-boom. We're going to go kind of all the way around here. Bring it up here. Don't want to take it too high because we have got a little bit of ground here that I'd rather preserve, even though it's not had pretty much any attention on it. It's fine. We'll let it live, and we'll bring it over to here, say, and then well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I thought The Hobbit... don't get me started on The Hobbit, actually. I mean, we can talk about The Hobbit if you guys are interested. But I will tear The Hobbit a new butthole because I hate that movie. I didn't even watch the last one. I won't watch the last one. I don't care. I don't want any more of the Lord of the Rings world spoiling for me. I thought it was terrible. Absolutely appalling. Appallingly bad. Like, really, really bad. And yes, if you guys are interested, I will get into it, but I'm not going to start on like a giant rant without prompting, so leave it for now. Alright, so now I'm just going to put the top in of this little area. And boom. This is hopefully just going to create a huge chunk of stone for us, which is kind of what we're interested in here, and then we can kind of work the cliff into that, I think. Alright, that'll do. Alright, here we go. So if we do replace air... Oh, actually, let's just do set stone. Here we go. I'm actually going to go for something that's not just stone. How many other people are watching the stream? No one else talked at me, so that's good enough. Let's do a combination here of stone and a site. Boom. Didn't work. And the site. Alright, so I suppose if I'm gonna lambast The Hobbit, where to begin? So many good options. Oh gosh, this looks cool already, actually. Do I want to keep this kind of like this? Like really, like, thick, kind of rocky plates, almost? Maybe I do. I might want to keep it as, like, exposed rock. That could be really cool. And we haven't really got anything like that so far. How would I do that? I'm just spitballing at the moment, thinking about how I would want to kind of make this work if I was going to do that. No, I don't think I'll do that. I think it's just an idea. Anyway, so The Hobbit. Let me think. Okay, first thing. So change of tone, I think, was a... Oh God, what did I just do? No. What the heck was that? Oh. There we go. So yeah, the change of tone, huge problem. Huge problem for the movie compared to Lord of the Rings. Now I understand that they decided The Hobbit would be a children's movie, but they also made it 3 movies long, which is bizarre for a children's movie. I mean, like, 1 movie, yeah, I could have seen it, but 3 movies for a children's movie? Very, very odd. And then, on top of that, as I say, so they made it in children's movies, so that meant that the tone changed. So, like, and what it also did was it kind of smeared the old Lord of the Rings. So, like, the one thing that really gets me when I think about it, think about the trolls, right? The first time you see a troll in Lord of the Rings is that scene in Moria, where they fight in Balin's tomb, and that is like nerve-wracking. It's like heart-pounding, you know, deadly death everywhere. The troll is in there like, "Rrr, smash, smash," you know, whipping that chain around. You're like, ah, ah. You know, it's terrifying. The first time there were trolls in The Hobbit, like, what? They stop the fight scene. They interrupt the fight scene to take Bilbo hostage by threatening to pull him apart. Like, what? Can you imagine that happening in Balin's tomb? Like, what does the troll in Balin's tomb do? He skewers Frodo through. He looks dead. We think that Frodo is instantly killed by the troll. But somehow, despite this, despite the fact that there are 3 trolls here, and the dwarves are arguably a lot poorer warriors than the Fellowship of the Ring are, nobody is hurt. Nobody's even hurt in that fight. Like, it's fine. In fact, they make it all the way to the end of the thing without anybody being hurt. Yeah, the trolls are. I mean, I think that just kind of really underscores that the issue for me is just quite how much the tone has changed and how much it's been brought down. Like the dwarves in Lord of the Rings, we know very little about them. We know Gimli, who's kind of a comic relief character, but he's done quite tastefully. And we know that there's skeletons and that they dug too deep. And then we get this super high fantasy revelation at the very beginning of The Hobbit, where it looks like something like it was a Warcraft movie or something. It's very, very high fantasy in a way that just kind of, it basically pisses all over the tone of the original movies, and it removes a lot of the mystique. The same for the elves. You know, we get this joke about the elves with them eating greens. Like what? Like what? I don't know. Where do we even start, really? Sorry. Anyway. I think the tone is a major problem. The fact that there's no tension, there's never tension, because first of all, we know how everything resolves. We already know that Gandalf can't be killed, Galadriel can't be killed. We know that the Necromancer becomes Sauron. Aside from the fact that that just doesn't need to exist at all. Alright, I think I'm going to keep this actually in its present form and try and roughen it up a bit. Oh gosh, Detective Pikachu. Don't get me started on Detective Pikachu. Oh, it's another ranting coming. My opinion of Detective Pikachu, when they got the first renders, they should have said, well, this was a good idea, guys. This was a good thing to have explored, but we've got to shelve this. We can't produce this. This looks terrible. This looks appalling. This is so far into Uncanny Valley, it is in, like, Uncanny Cave. It's horrible. It's really horrible. Just not appropriate. Who thought a gritty, like, live action... Like, it sounds like a joke. It sounds like April Fool's. A gritty, live action Pokemon movie. What? I mean, I get the notion of Detective Pikachu, and I think it's kind of a cool idea, but that movie, especially with the characters as presented, looks appalling. Looks really bad. Well, I mean, it's supposed to be Detective Pikachu. It's not just Pikachu. Yeah, no, the Pokemon look appalling. Like, and there are ways. I think there are ways to make more realistic or more 3D Pokemon, like furry Pokemon, for example, that don't look quite so bad, but you're just so shaggy, like kind of shaggy is the impression I was getting, and it's just not, yeah, like unrealistically shaggy in a way that real life animals aren't. And don't get me started on frickin' Jigglypuff. Like, gosh, that was terrible. It looks like something out of a nightmare. That's my big problem, I think. Like, nightmare fuel, more or less. Here's what I'm going to do, actually. I've changed my mind. Let's undo, like, everything that I just did. Because I've just come up with another idea for how we can do this. So I want to create a kind of a cracked landscape look. And here's how I'm thinking we can do it. We can shift around the pieces of rock that we just put in. And that's what I'm going to try and do, using my convex selection. And so I'm just going to try and basically shifted bits of rock around. Maybe not completely randomly, but kind of in a way that should create kind of an interesting, hopefully, sort of shape. Now, we are going to have a small problem in that we're not going to be able to select the inside, the interior wall, but we'll try with just this bit first. So let's do a cut. What happened? No one knows. I don't know what happened. It didn't work, and I know why it didn't work. It didn't work because we've overused the brush. The brush is broken now. I don't know why it does this, but it breaks after a couple uses. We don't have. I don't have corals at the moment because I'm on 1.12 only, so on 1.12. So no corals for now, but maybe in the future, if I get the aquatic update. Okay, so because my brushes aren't working, I'm not gonna like hold the whole stream up to try and work on this. So I'm just gonna go back to my original strategy, which is some kind of manual work here with the lift brush. Let's make this a bit bigger because it's too small at the moment, and we'll just lift this whole edge along here to sharpen up that corner, make it a bit sharper. Oh, I'm thinking about The Hobbit again, about how terrible it is. Anyway, what I was pleased to see about this Mortal Engines movie is they appear to have the budget to do it. Now, the danger with a big budget movie is that they have certain expectations. They have to make a certain amount of money, and so they make concessions for that purpose. So that's a bit of a concern. But I think a small budget movie would not have been able to do this. We're talking about giant, moving, driving cities. It has to be a huge budget movie. Alright, so let's do a little push brush on here. And we're just going to push along here. And then I think we're going to kind of leave it as it is, apart from that. Try and keep it kind of somewhat sharp. And rough, because as I say, I want to capture a kind of real rough sort of feeling to this area for some reason. I don't know why. I've just decided because I started and I liked the way this area here looked. Yeah, I thought the CGI looks pretty good. I don't know. There's a danger with movies that are all CGI that they look a bit fake, but I'll have to see. I'm what's the word? I am reservedly hopeful. I hope it's going to be a good movie, and it doesn't just like urinate all over my childhood. But I'm cautiously optimistic. That's the term I'm looking for. Good morning, Fike. So here's we're starting to get a little bit of regularity here, but I think it's okay, actually. Yeah, we'll probably come back and kind of hammer that regularity out at a later point. I do kind of want to go for some plates on here, though. Let's see if we can get some actual plates. I know I've abandoned using the brush, but maybe we can still use it. How would I do this? Here's what I'm thinking, actually. Let's make some plates up in the air and then kind of paste them in. I actually haven't seen Toy Story 3. Oh, no, wait, I have seen Toy Story 3. Never mind. I don't know anything about Toy Story 2, actually. I need to do a cuboid selection here. Pause 1. And pause 2. And we do set stone. Yeah, so I haven't really got an opinion. Black Friday. Well, enjoy. Try not to get punched. Try not to punch anyone else. Here's what I'm thinking we can do with this, which might work cooler. It might work badly. We do a cut, and then we come over here, and we do a little bit of kind of rotation work. So let's do some rotate 10, 10, 10 maybe, and then we do paste and see what you get. That's kind of cool, I guess. That's not. I mean, I don't hate that. Oh. Just kind of actualized what you've been told. Alright, so let's do some basically kind of random rotations on this now. Got to be a little bit careful of the angle, what am I trying to say here? I don't know what I'm trying to say. Let's just keep doing this though. I'm just going to paste a bunch of rocks like this and see what happens. Not a huge fan of Elton John, actually. I don't really know much about Elton John, if I'm brutally honest. In fact, I know almost nothing about Elton John, I must admit. So we're getting some real cool. This looks pretty cool, actually. I quite dig this. I dig it. Haha. This wasn't quite what I had in mind. I wanted some kind of plates rather than kind of big sticking up rocks. But you know, I'm going to work with what I've got, which is some big sticking up rocks. Oh, you excited about the new Godzilla movie? Of course. This is actually kind of a cool landscape. Not what I had in mind at all, but yeah, kind of cool, dramatic. Obviously, going to have to do a bit of work on it to make it a bit smoother, but I think as a concept, I like it. Let's go here and do another one. And it looks kind of like, it reminds me of like a modern art gallery. Like maybe outside the modern art gallery, some just brutalism. It's very brutal. Yeah, brutalism is the name of the architecture style that looks kind of like this. If you've ever been to Berlin, you'll know what I'm talking about. Berlin looks just like this. I'm pretty much building Berlin right now. This is Berlin. You mean like actual moving city? Hey, that'd be a cool, I don't know if anyone's done that in Minecraft actually. That'd be a cool project in Minecraft. That'd be a really cool project actually in Minecraft to build some like some of the city or a city in the style of Mortal Engines. That would be awesome. Alrighty. So there we go. I think that gives us kind of a cool base to work from, and we'll just kind of work these guys in. I want to maintain their sharpness as much as possible, but obviously it's not going to be super easy. You know what? Maybe I will just leave them as is and just work around it. How would I do that? So I mean, I could. Let's leave it. Let's leave it as is, and we're gonna kind of plaster on top of this some stuff. So let's yeah. So basically, we'll use this as our bones for the area, and then we'll add softer materials on top to kind of shape it a bit more. I'm going to put a couple down here actually while we're at it. Let's put. Actually, no. We'll deal with that later when we have the brush, the right brush. So for now, let's kind of. I'm going to put one more in maybe. Nah, no more. Okay. So I'm gonna get a B overlay, D1, We're gonna go for dirt, and we're gonna use the additive brush here, and we're just gonna paste some dirt over the top. So this area, for example, it makes sense that this would be kind of a bit dirty. And this is my first time using this brush in this fashion to actually build up some material, so we'll see how this works. I don't know if it's going to work fantastically well, but we're going to find out. We'll find out together. Yeah, I know who Herobrine is. He is here in my stream. Hello, Herobrine. Oh, you forgot the water? Boom, I've done it. I've drained both cups. There we go. Let it never be said that tea goes to waste in the house of Imgal. Because it doesn't. I drink it all. So, actually this is a pretty good technique, thinking about it. Kind of nice and quick for padding out the ground here. So I don't want this area to be wholly covered in dirt, so I'm probably going to leave it at some point. Kind of just bring it forward a little bit. We'll bring it down here as well, and then I think I'm going to kind of stop with the dirt, actually. And obviously going to grass some of these areas as well. Let's kind of fill this area out at least. Definitely needs some more. Yeah, it's exactly what I did. Heroinus. I know how Heroinus is. So this one I think wants to be covered in dirt. A bit of a dirty little rock. Oh, dirty. Gosh, that's not appropriate. Oh, welcome. I wonder if that is Herobrine himself has started following me. That is a concerning statement. I don't know if that is what just happened, but I'm kind of guessing. I'm inferring from context clues who just followed me, and I'm assuming it was our good friend Mr. Herobrine. Hello, Misut. Hello, friend. I know that you don't speak English good, but hello. So, yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Let's see if we can go for some gravel now. I kind of want gravel for some of these areas. So particularly kind of, I'm imagining almost like kind of gravel beaches. Super gravelly, basically, as these rocks are kind of crumbling, but I'm imagining kind of shale, I suppose, big chunks of shale. Hello, good morning, Chanda Gaming. Who's Dirt Steve? I don't know who Dirt Steve is. In fact, I have no idea who Dirt Steve is. So these are going to be my kind of basic building blocks here, and I'm going to overlay these or work over these with some brushes. But I want to be careful not to hit the rocks, because as I say, I don't really want to change them. I quite like the way they're looking. These kind of big rocky boys. So yeah, trying to build a soft surface around the. Personally, I've never played PUBG or Fortnite. I tried something similar. I'm trying to remember what it's called. I got killed once, and well, I was just confused by it really. DayZ or something, not DayZ, H1Z1, I think it's called. But yeah, it was just weird. Like it didn't play like kind of how I was expecting. It kind of played like crap. Big rocky boys, you know it. I don't wanna upset the big rocky boys. Get it? Big rocky boys. Yeah. I'm here all week. No, I'm not, actually. This is the last day that I'm here this week, so. But I'm confused. So I think we're kind of getting there now in terms of the basic levels on here. So I'm going to do some... After I've done with this, I'm going to do some kind of sculpting, and also I want to bring in some like small details, of course, because this is just kind of coarse detailing at the moment. But yeah, this looks pretty cool. I'm actually going to just put the view distance up a little bit because it's kind of short at the moment. We can't really see much. So I don't know if the grass actually grows or not. So we might need to put the grass on. I don't think it's going to grow by itself. you wouldn't, I think. I would not be a very good teammate, I'm afraid. Thank you. KF. This actually is not a coastal forest. I should mention that. It says coastal forest. It's not coastal forest. We've finished the coastal forest. This is coastal stone forest, I suppose. It's made of stones. So, what are we going to do next? Let's get some tools in here. So I'm going to do I guess a lift brush first. So just a little lift brush, so a little bit careful about this. I'm just going to use this just to, first of all, add a little bit of depth in places where it needs it, and second of all, kind of give us a little bit finer control of what we're doing here. And I'm going to start to blend a little bit these rocks in. They don't need to be completely square as they are now. So just a little, real careful kind of bits of blending on the edges of these rocks. Welcome as a subscriber. Meep. What does I'm a meep mean? Oh yeah, no. I'm unquestioned. I'm the best. I've got 100% win rate. I've won all 0 of my 0 matches. So, you know, it's hard to beat that, isn't it? Think about it. Are you thinking? Good. Your brain should be melting right about now by trying to divide 0 by 0. It's an undefined answer, actually. I don't know what 0 divided by 0 is. I'm not sure anyone does. I think it's 1, maybe, or maybe it's 0, or maybe it's infinity. Who knows? What the heck is mope.io? First of all, no, but also, what is that? Never heard of that. Alrighty, so we got some more kind of roughness in here. Oh, don't worry, there's a lot of awkward silence here. This is pretty much all awkward silence from here on out. It's awkward silence all the way down. Well, let me show you. I'm glad you asked. Let's see if I can load in the mountain. So I am extending my existing build. We have a mountain here. If it's going to load. There it is. And I've just started work on this cliff area here. And so I'm working on this coastal area. Pretty much everything from here all the way along to probably where that last rock is. I don't know what it is exactly. It's some kind of big rocky area, I guess is what we're going for. I'm going to try the blend ball now. What I am concerned about with the blend ball is that it's going to blend away a lot of the surface, so I'm going to be kind of careful with it. The danger is that what it will do is it will expose the underlying rock. Actually, that's kind of cool, though. Maybe I want it to expose the underlying rock, thinking about it. So I'm just going to use it to pick out any particularly rough spots and get rid. And we're going to have a real rough terrain here. It's going to be like Mordor or something, I suppose. Super rough. But I guess that's cool. That's kind of a cool terrain. We haven't really got anything like that. I'm going to have to come up with some kind of detailing to go on here. I don't know what we can do. Smaller rocks, perhaps, or trees, maybe. Or maybe, actually, it could be cool to have some kind of... yeah, that'd be really cool, actually. If we put... I'm imagining kind of... we can colonize the top of these with, like, dirt, so we can have kind of trees and stuff on top. That could be cool, I think. So we get this kind of two-layered thing going on. So let's do that. Good morning, Carts Moo. Who's Oog? Oh. Oof. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and layer this with some dirt. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do B, overlay, D1, and this is just going to give me some... Whoops, we want a dirt block. I'm actually I'm gonna change the depth to 2, and I'm gonna real quick just overlay this area here with some dirt, and I think I'm gonna do it for all of these rocks, so that we can have, as I say, it's kind of two-layer thing where we've got kind of wasteland at the bottom, and then kind of maybe some cool like trees, jungle maybe at the top, or I think maybe I'll go for a like we've got this dark oak forest here. We'll probably carry that over onto the tops here. That could be cool. We're probably going to need to smooth them a little bit at the top, but that's okay. I want to keep the rock as rough and straight as possible, but we can obviously make the dirt a little bit smoother. The dirt doesn't have to be quite so rough. Yeah, I know Fortnite. I personally never played it, and I'm not sure that I intend on playing it, but I do know the game. Someone outside. Oh, I know it's a terrible time, but it's the time that I have, and it's not 3 AM in the whole world. We have other places in the world. For example, in the United Kingdom, which is where I actually am, it is 9 o'clock in the morning. But no, I'm aware it's a bad time. It is a bad time for everybody. Nobody wants to watch a stream at 9 in the morning. It's good for Australians. Don't worry, Australians. I do remember that you're here. And the Australians, all 4, or is there maybe it's 3? Who knows? The whole of Australia, I think, is a big fan of mine. There's not that many people in Australia, is there? Yes, Marciana. I do know Fortnite, but I personally never played it. As I say, I'm not gonna play it either. Also, someone's got to, you know, it's a hard job. Someone's got to do it. Someone's got to stream at 3 AM. Who else is going to stream at 3 AM? I've got my my niche here. The 3 AM streamer. My main niche is that people who are really tired watch my stream, and I'm really boring, so it puts everyone to sleep, and it's great. It's like we got this mutual thing going on where I provide a service that people want, which is being put to sleep, lulled to a nice, gentle nap time. And you can pull the covers, tuck yourself in, nice and cozy, and just drift off to the sound of a boring British man. Cool. Yeah, welcome, friend, to my subscriber base, large and diverse as it is. No, Chanda, I don't have PUBG. As I say, I don't play, so I'm afraid not. I'm sure there may be someone else here who would want to do that, or maybe you could try going to a PUBG stream. You might be able to find somebody there. But personally, no. Am I mean to be host? I am mean to be host. Well, relaxing perhaps. Oh yeah, what does the devil do at 3 AM? Tell us more about that. So anyway, we've got some dirt on the top now. Let's go for some grass top. So I'm going to go for D1, I'm going to go for grass. And I'm actually going to use additive now, so we're going to add a little bit more volume on the top here, and we're going to have to be careful, but if I'm careful, this should work. And then I'm going to kind of... I suppose it's quite nice. These are kind of pocket-sized, pint-sized little areas that I can do work on, so I can kind of lavish a lot of attention individually on these rocks. And I think we should be able to end up with kind of a nice result, hopefully. So I'm just gonna do the grass for now, and hopefully the grass will start to grow. I don't know if that's true, or whether it might just not do that. Who knows? We'll find out. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, Minecraft is the devil, I think. Pretty sure that Minecraft... I'm pretty sure in the Bible it says, "Thou shalt not craft Minecraft." It says specifically no Minecraft allowed. In fact, not even thou or anything. It just says no Minecraft. So, you know, what better time to do it? There's all kinds of witchy things in Minecraft, isn't there? Like witches and the literal hell. Dragons, there's no demons. There's weird floating demon things, kind of like genies. Yeah, this is not a very Christian game overall, actually. Roblox is not a game in my repertoire either. Perhaps I feel like I'm a little bit old for Roblox. Yeah, it's my impression. I haven't actually tried it, so not really something I know much about. But alrighty, so I guess we can work on this area first, because this obviously I just kind of left this in the state that it was in, which was not particularly well loved. So I'm just gonna first off remove this very level of coarse dirt here to make it a little bit less obviously straight and flat, because that looks a bit weird. Let's see what we can do. I'm just having a think, really. So I guess we can bring the forest down here. I wasn't actually thinking of Ghast or with the skeleton. I was thinking of the Blaze Man, or whatever he's called. Blazes? Are they called Blazes? That's kind of like a genie, isn't it? I think it's supposed to be a genie. Genies are demonic. Don't know if you know that, but they're actually demons. So, I'm trying to figure out how I want to level this. Don't want to. I guess I'll use a cylinder brush here. So let's have a go with a BR cylinder grass 4, and that will just let us. Hopefully, I can kind of smooth a little bit here and there. Kind of a tricky prospect to try and turn this terrain into something, because we haven't really got anything to go off. So I'm just going to do the old melting kind of trick where we kind of melt the terrain into each other, using the cylinder brush. Yeah, so I think a blaze, that's what I was talking about. But yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of horrible stuff. The wither is pretty horrible. Very non-Christian. The ghast is a thing of nightmares, etc, etc. It goes on, I think. Alrighty. So difficult to kind of re-detail these once they've lost their detail. We got this kind of jelly kind of thing going on, where it looks like kind of melted wax or something, melted butter. Tricky. I don't want to leave it as is, but I'm not sure how to really re-detail these. Maybe I could get one of my rocks in. I wonder if I still have it. Let's try it. See what happens if I paste a rock in here. What? Oh, we did get a rock. Boom. Nice. Yeah, actually, let's go for another rotate if we can find it. Let's do a rotate, and we'll go in here and put another rock, and we'll just kind of break up the boringness of this edge of the cliff with some rocks, some big rectangular rocks. Haha. Yes, I think that's quite nice. Obviously, we're going to need to get rid of a little weed killer here, so let's just do that. Weed killer 4, maybe? And scaboosh. No. 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 What? What? Oh! Yes, we can't kill these with a weed killer because they're the wrong kind of tree. We haven't got that kind of leaf. I have to do it... Ugh! Manually? No, I'm not. I've got a plan. Fuzzy cell. Cell fuzzy. Boom. And then... set there. Aha. Boom. Done. Easy. Easy, mate. Alright, so let's get some small rocks in here. So we're going to do BR rock, stone... Actually, let's do andesite. 390 maybe. And we can use this just to kind of pad out a little bit around these rocks that I've just added. And just hopefully create a more interesting shape than this just kind of weird meh slope that we got going on at the moment. Yeah, there are definitely demons throughout Disney. It's not a very Christian... Well, I suppose demons are a common theme throughout fairy tales, and Disney is very fairy tale focused, isn't it? So it's not too surprising, I think. So this rock brush is great for adding detail, well, it adds noise, but I mean, arguably also detail. Like these rocks are good enough often to just kind of stand by themselves. Like these could be final terrain. Obviously not alone, but as part of a bigger build, these can probably stand as terrain by themselves. Cool. So maybe we can put a few more of these rocks around, actually. Just kind of lying as if they've kind of tumbled down. And... Boom. Yes. Okay, that's probably really livened up this side of the cliff. So it's not quite so boring anymore. What do you mean, do I know them, or do I know them? Do I know of them? Some, yes. Do I know them? No. Nobody big. Not one single big YouTuber knows me. Sad times. So, how am I going to do this? Let's go for the forest. Yeah, I'm going to bring the forest in. Do I want to do that now, or trying to decide whether I want to do that now or whether I want to reshape more. Let's try a lift brush just to reshape a little bit. So, whoops. I guess that's fine. So just gonna kind of bring this particular corner here up to a bit more of a an edge, so that we get a more of a cliff here. And let's push this bit back a little. So we tried to expose the cliff a little bit. Oh no, yeah, I don't really like PewDiePie. Sorry. Is that a deal breaker for you? Say some names of big YouTubers. Well, PewDiePie's a big YouTuber. I mean, to be fair, I'm kind of I'm not sure that I've been on YouTube too much recently. I mean, the big YouTubers I can think of are people like Smosh, Nigahiga, Freddie Wong, it's Rocket Jump now, isn't it? Epic Mealtime, FPS Russia, others. Jenna Marbles, maybe. Fred, if we're going way back. One movie I saw that was a masterpiece. The Grand Budapest Hotel. The Grand Budapest Hotel. Now it's not really an action movie. In fact, it's not an action movie. I would call it like a live-action cartoon almost. It's a really good movie. mean, it's not... I don't know. It's a little bit subtle. It's a little bit... it's not like a bombastic action movie or anything, but I think it's fantastic. Oh no, I know the masterpiece, the ultimate masterpiece, Mad Max Fury Road. So good. Oh my goodness, Mad Max Fury Road is amazing. So great. Let's go for a quick bit of grass on here. Please look, water, sea. You want to look at the water? There's the water. If you guys are still here in 20 minutes or whatever, I will show you around the whole map if there's demand for it. But right now I want to continue with the building. But yes, in about 20 minutes I will probably start a tour of the map if there are sufficient interest. So let's just quickly punch a little bit more here, and I think we can probably get some water running through here as well. How would we do that? So we have a ravine over here which is still hanging vacant. Maybe we could get some water kind of running out of a cave. Oh, a cave, that's a good idea. Yes. Oh my gosh, you are gonna love it. Mad Max Fury Road, it's gonna blow your mind, friend. You are gonna... it's amazing. It's amazingly good. Like, it is just... fantastic movie. Just so good. So, I'm gonna go for a BR Rock Air 5. And we're going to go for a 90 here. And this is going to let me dig a cave. So we're going to dig a cave into the mountain here. Well, it's going to be a big cave. Okay, let me just grab a torch. And see if I can put that in my offhand slot so that we can see something in here. Yeah. And this is going to be a huge cave. So let's just shrink this down a little because we're getting a bit big now. And we're gonna keep going. And maybe we will reach... gosh knows where we're gonna end up here. This could drop us literally anywhere. But screw it, I like to go by gut instinct. We'll figure out where we're gonna end up. I'm not a huge fan of superhero movies, actually. I find they're a bit... the last superhero movie I watched was Civil War, and my opinion on Civil War was kind of the same for The Hobbit. There was no tension. Like, I didn't feel tension. Like, even when Iron Man and Captain America are punching each other in the face, like... Oh, where did we end up? Oh, we went all the way through. We went clean through the whole mountain. Okay, so this is too far. This is not where I intended to end up. I wanted to end up down there, so... Let's just undo this a little. So just close this back up just a little bit. And we'll try going this way instead. And maybe we can get... Where are we now? Oh, we're going down a lot. I didn't really mean to go down quite so much as this. Oh, here we are. I think we made it. So... Oh goodness, we got a lot of Arabic going on. I hope it's all nice Arabic and that you guys are being nice to each other and saying nice things, because I have no idea what you're saying. So I'm gonna make like this is gonna be like a huge underground ravine, I think, because that could be cool. Obviously. Well, not obviously, but I'm not going to lavish too much attention on that right now. I just want a source of water, basically. So... Skaboosh. Let's see if we can get some... There we are. Cool. So we can let that kind of run inside, maybe. Oh, interesting. So we actually took out a bunch of the water that was here. Let's let some of that water run inside now, hopefully. Boom, boom. In fact, let's go for, let's carry this crystal cave look, like, right on in there. So let's go for a BR, let's do BR rock, glowstone, 3, and 0. 0 roundness. Oh, let's undo that, actually. We put it on the wrong brush, so let's just get rid of that. We're going to do BR none, I think. Yep, okay, let's try that again. So we'll put it on the gold brush, why not? Alright, and now what we should hopefully be able to do is go like this. Whoa, too big, much too big. Let's go for 1.5 instead. Hopefully we can create some light sources in here. And we can do just that. Nice, looks cool. And it looks a little bit like the Nether now, but that's okay. Oh, I'm gonna love Infinity War, am I? Well, as I say, I think as I was bantering before I was distracted, Captain, I thought Civil War was kind of like a melodrama, like yeah, even when the characters were like, it's supposed to be this ultimate fight scene, there's all these characters killing each other, it's like, well, none of these characters are all worth millions of dollars, none of them are ever going to die, and lo and behold, nobody died, so, yeah, it kind of, I don't know, I like there to be a bit of tension in an action movie. Hello. Billy Willy Bob, I'm building a cave to source some water for my present build, which is I'm working on the coast here. So I wanted a river sneaking out from under that rock, and so I wanted to create a cave to allow me to do that. And that's what I'm presently doing, is creating a little bit of a cave for me to have some water coming out of. Sea lanterns is not a bad idea, actually, but I have, at the moment, if you'll see over here, I have this glowstone kind of set up already over here. So like we've got this glowstone and gold thing going on, so kind of wanted to keep with that. So let's go for some gold ore in here as well, since I'm kind of doing it. I actually need to make the base here, first of all I need to make it flatter. Let's try the cliff brush. I don't know what it's going to do. I think it's going to behave badly, but we'll try it. BR cliff. B cliff 3. What? BR cliff. BR cliff 3. Alright, let's try this. Is it going to behave badly? How badly is it going to behave? It seems to be kind of working, actually. So what this is going to let me do is create a flat surface on the ground of my little ravine here. Whoa, do need to be careful with it, because it is going to cause, it doesn't, this brush doesn't like to work underground, so it is going to be a little bit dangerous. It is a server, but it's a private server that only I can be on, I'm afraid. What? Oh gosh. Okay, so yeah, that's not good. That's really not good. Okay, definitely gonna undo because whoops. That's what I was kind of afraid of. So let's just undo all of the cliff brush, because I don't think the cliff brush is safe to use on the ground like this. We'll try a different brush. Yeah, more superheroes isn't really what I need in a movie. Like, I'll tell you, a good superhero movie that I enjoy is Batman, because it's quite. I mean, obviously, there's a question of, oh, is it too dark? But what is this? There's light here. Funny. Alright, so I'm gonna go for a rock brush again. BR rock air 3. I'm just gonna kind of cut through here. Yeah, so Batman I think is a good superhero movie. It's quite dark, but you know, there's a real sense of gravitas to it, I suppose. Like, it feels like the character is vulnerable, he's human. A bad superhero movie is like maybe the newer Superman, Man of Steel. It was terrible, absolutely appalling. Like, for 20 minutes of the movie, there's just two guys punching each other. Yeah, The Dark Knight is wonderful. Very good movie. Love it. Love it. Okay. It's a great movie. My favourite one actually is Batman Begins. People don't really like that one quite so much. They prefer The Dark Knight. Yeah, I really quite like Batman Begins. I mean, it's less about the franchise and more about just the tone of it. And I think the tone is just much better in the Batman. But as I say, they really messed up Man of Steel. Man of Steel was terrible. You know, 20 minutes of two guys punching each other. That's not good movie. Two guys smashing through buildings. That's not like a good movie. It doesn't create like a lot of tension. I'm not like, oh, what's gonna happen? It's like, oh, what's gonna happen? Zod's gonna smash Superman through another building is what's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen for the next 15 minutes. So I'm going to do this by hand now because my cliff brush can't be used underground, so I don't really want to. I'm just going to punch out by hand to create like a nice flat surface here so that we can get the water running through it. Water is a little bit awkward in that it doesn't play nicely with any kind of holes in the ground. Like, anything that's a hole in the ground just kills the water flow instantly, so you've got to be very careful to make nice flat surfaces. The cliff brush is perfect for it, but again, I can't use a cliff brush in here, so what's going on here? Oh wow, I'm going to use a rock brush again, because we still need a bit more room, clearly. Oh gosh, that was a cliff brush. This one was the rock brush, wasn't it? And ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. There we go. Yeah, The Dark Knight is a good movie. It's a really good movie. I'm not gonna disagree with that. Again, as I alluded to with the Hobbit situation, the tension in the movie is very important, and I think when we get to certain levels of power for superheroes, or certain levels of even economic power, once they're economically, what is this? Whoa! We have the Void is down here. Whoops. Wasn't expecting that. Let's just close that back up. Funny. Never know what I'm going to find in this map as I'm building it. Oh, we got the Void down here as well. Just kind of close that up a little bit. Yeah, Minecraft's a social game, I think, in it's inherently social in that it's all about kind of building and showing people what you're doing. So I mean, I'm doing that a little bit, even though I'm playing single player. You guys are watching, so it's not completely single player. It's a little bit more social. Alrighty, so let's just seal up this and pretend that it's not there. Problem solved. And we'll go for a bit more glowstone in here just to light this place up. And then we can get some water, and hopefully we can bring water all the way through. And it should look kind of cool, actually. Now, I'm not a big fan of working in the underground because it doesn't work very nice on time lapses, which is kind of a lot of what I'm doing here is for the sake of a time lapse. So I'm just going to kind of make this fairly quick. Whoops, let's not do that. Oh gosh, redo. I don't know what I just did, but redo it. I sometimes forget that I can't undo block placement. Oh, we got a hole to the void there. Ba-bum. This should look really cool, actually, I think, when it's finished, because we're going to have this cool, hopefully cool, like, reflections. Okay, let's light this area up. I'm going to need to... What is going on here? Flow outwards, or is there a hole there? There must be a hole. Is there? Oh yeah, there is. That's what I'm talking about with the water being very easily caught. Too easily caught, in my opinion. Alright, let's just bring this out. As I say, I'm not too worried about the interior. That's kind of... The building on the interior is kind of a job for a separate day, really, when I'm not trying to time-lapse or stream, so just trying to get the most basic in here. It's so dark in here, that's what I don't like. Ba-bum. And we can bring it out through here. What time is it now? We've got 15 minutes, so we'll probably just finish this and then I can show anyone who's interested around the map. If there is anybody interested left. I don't know if there is. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Oh sure, yeah. No, there's so many important parts of a movie. Like you can't even really separate them a lot of the time. Dialogue, yeah. I mean, for you know, many movies only use dialogue. Like a drama is just it's a movie based entirely on dialogue. And you know, most movies are just dramas, so you know, it's the most important thing, really. If you don't have a believable character, no one's going to care. Like 20 minutes of guys punching each other, yeah, great, but no good, really, overall. Okay, just going to block this gap up here. Hello, Dusk Kitten. I remember you. You were on Twitch, right? Oh, I remember. Yeah, you said yesterday. You just you wrote in Twitch. I just saw that. Here we go. So we finally get the water, and we managed to bring it all the way out after quite an effort, actually. It's a bit more effort than I was intending on spending, but we've done it. We've done it now. Okay. I'm gonna leave it for now, or am I? Maybe I'm not. Yeah, let's not leave it for now. Let's just finish this off while I'm here. So we're going to do a BR Cliff 3, and using the cliff brush, we can hopefully cut a way for our water to go through this landscape. And let's go through here, and trying to keep it going kind of down the most logical path. So trying to go through the path of least resistance. So it's going to go this way next. It's going to go this way, I think. And oh, that did not do what I intended it to do. Let's go. Let's bring it through here. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, Starbound on Monday. Yeah, Twitch is slightly quicker, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I've been playing Minecraft since way back, since kind of alpha stage, so it's been a while. To begin with, I was very much a survival player. Then I moved on to creative, but I used to play creative without any kind of mods or tools. Well, I mean, I had tricks and things, but no. I would place all the blocks by hand, and then since then I've moved on to an even easier stage, which is doing it with the tools. But I mean, I'm often more interested in kind of the building than I am so much on the placing. I'm interested in not necessarily finishing it, but I like to, you know, if I can be more if I can make more progress, I prefer to do it that way. Oh, I didn't actually play Minecraft Classic. Oh yeah, you played it. Yeah, Minecraft Classic when it was just a... Well, I mean, it's kind of nothing really, was it? Kind of dumb. Yeah, so I first picked it up as a survival game, and I still have my survival world. There's, gosh, a lot of time wasted on that survival world. Put it that way. So I'm going to have this come through here, and through here. Yeah, I don't know, it just seemed like it didn't really have many of the features that we now have come to know and love. Like any kind of gameplay, it didn't really have any gameplay. Like, you could build, but you had a very limited palette of blocks, and they were quite garishly coloured. It wasn't just... I don't know, I wasn't a huge fan of it, anyway. Regardless, as I say, I didn't really know about Minecraft until Survival came around. Okay, so there we go. We can put the water in now, and then I'm going to have a quick fly around. I'm going to crank the view distance up so we can start to actually view some stuff while I'm putting the water in here. Thank you. Well, I don't know if I'm particularly underrated. I have a niche which is distinct from many YouTubers. In fact, I tried to find... I was on Twitch. I tried to find a... I have a Twitch Prime subscription that is just... I get it for free from Amazon Prime, and so I wanted to give it to someone. I was like, oh, I'll give it to someone who does something like me. And I looked, and I could not find a single Minecraft creative streamer, so I didn't, as it turned out. I didn't give it to a Minecraft creative streamer. Thank you, friend. I'm glad you think so. The blockiness? What do you mean? You mean the blobbiness, or? Not really sure what you mean, blockiness. Or you mean like the way the rendering where we're kind of seeing these kind of chunks, the blocky chunks? I think I know what you mean, maybe. I'm gonna resolve this later. I just wanted to kind of get it there for now. Nice. Oh, it looks nice, yeah. So I think if we get some cool like jungle on here, this is going to be a really cool area. Well, I mean, a mega build is probably millions of blocks, I would say. Anything with millions of blocks is a mega build. I mean, the word mega means million, so a million blocks, I would say, is a mega build. Oh, I think I know what you mean. Yeah. Well, this is sometimes a problem with the more realistic Minecraft mods. So here's what we're working on at the moment. Oh. Looks like somebody wasn't very careful with one of their shots here. Don't know where that came from, but oh well. So yeah, this is what we're working on at the moment. Obviously, still a lot more work to do before this is completed. I want to have a nice beach down here, a real rough beach. So a real kind of rough and tough area over here. Should be fun. Nice to explore. Got the mountain up here where we've drawn the water source from. That's not a bad idea actually, but water features tend to be kind of difficult to build in Minecraft. So let's move over here a little bit. Anyone who's been on the Minecraft subreddit will probably recognize this, since I posted a screenshot of this area recently, on Wednesday. And here we go. So here we have a little harbour, and and still kind of see the mountains back there. This is actually really changing the landscape, this new area here. So it's going to actually change up the way this looks, which is kind of nice. We can actually see the water just sparkling a little bit over there. So yeah, I think I had a screenshot of about this area, which did pretty well. Behind here we have the volcano. Tokay Lizard suggested this. He's one of my very regular viewers, in fact the most regular viewer. He suggested a volcano, and the volcano was made, and I think it looks quite nice. We got some burnt trees down there. Kind of difficult to make burnt trees, but they look kind of cool, I think. Oh no, this is a big map. When I say mega build, I mean like really mega build. We're just getting started here. That's the volcano anyway over there. I don't want to spend too much time on that because it's kind of off isolated, and I don't want to unload the rest of the map. So here is the tropical bay. So this is I came into this build with the idea of, what if I built a build that was so big that you could just see across from one side to the other, and that's what I did with this valley. So the idea being, of course, if you're in the valley, you can only kind of see as far as the other side of the valley, so it kind of works. In fact, there's a good viewpoint here, which I've underutilized. Let's stand on this one. From here, in theory, we should be able to see everything. We can't quite see everything now. Oh yeah, the little we've got a viaduct there, aqueduct, I should say. I'll go check that out in a minute. Oh, it's kind of stopped loading because we're too far away. So maybe it's going to be a survival map, an adventure map, sorry, or maybe a survival map. I'm not sure. A lot of the terrain is actually, it doesn't have ores in it, but it is kind of fully featured. Like, most of it goes down to bedrock, so in theory you could play survival on this map. But I think the present idea is for it to be kind of an exploration-based adventure map, where you not really so much aim beyond just kind of exploring. Try and create like a real peaceful, nice vibe, I guess. Yeah, it could be. I mean, obviously you would. I'm not sure how great Minecraft translates to a roleplay situation. It doesn't really have the tools needed to do kind of roleplay. Personally, I'm quite a fan of roleplay. I like to do tabletop, so Dungeons and Dragons. Although I like to do it a little bit tongue-in-cheek, with a little bit of silliness, rather than. Do I know any small streamers? I'm not sure actually, Chanda. I'm not. I don't have a lot of time to kind of watch, watch YouTube and Twitch. I mostly just produce, which is probably not the greatest strategy, but that is what I do. So I don't really have. When I'm watching YouTube, generally, I like to watch. I like tool restoration videos. I don't know if anyone's ever watched that. Yes, so this is it's a water world map. So there's nothing extant in the world that hasn't been built by hand. So everything that is built here is built not fully by hand, but with tools. Oh, I love them. I love the tool restoration videos. Yeah, it's just lovely, really, really nice. I also like knife sharpening videos. There's a guy who sharpens knives and makes knives out of weird things. Yeah, you might know the same person. There's a Japanese guy who sharpens knives, and he makes knives out of weird things as well, which I love. So there we go. This is the tropical bay in its entirety. I'm just kind of finishing up the very edges, so you can see over here what I'm working on there will be visible eventually. You can see the frame rate is just plummeting because it's really struggling to render all this stuff. So this is tropical bay. No, I don't. As I say, I don't really know any YouTubers or streamers at all. Sad times. Yeah, that guy's great. I love his content. So we have more stuff over here, but I'm kind of running out of time. Don't really have any more time to show around because I need to go to work. So maybe next time we can check out the rest of this world. This is the best bit, to be honest, the bit that I've just showed you. The rest is... I started over here. In fact, I'll show you Peaceful Valley, because that was the first thing I did. So Peaceful Valley was like a... Well, I just kind of built it without really thinking too much about it. But that is this one. And that's kind of the... This area has kind of the vibe that I've been trying to kind of create elsewhere. Oh, it looks nice, but it is quite basic by comparison. It's not bad, definitely not bad, but yeah, a bit basic. I stream at this time Monday to Friday every day. Monday I do I play Starbound, and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday I'm doing Minecraft. So about this time every day, pretty much. So it's from 8 o'clock till 9:30 in the UK. 8 to 9:30 UK time, Monday to Friday. There we go. So there can be no misunderstanding. There we go. So this is Peaceful Valley. This is where it all kind of started. And there's not really much more to see, to be honest. It goes that way, but still a lot more work to be done anyway. Alrighty. I say thanks for watching. I'm gonna head off. Yeah. Bye, guys. Bye. That's all, folks. Bye.